So this is the design for the trap. Um, Essentially, this is just a battery. This part is the battery system, which um, powers the system during the day with just the solar panels, and then at the same time it is charging the battery with whatever leftover power we're not using for the system during the day. Um, but then at night, the system runs completely off battery power. Um, and during the day, the battery is not being used at all. So you'll see this opens and it doesn't close until you reset the system. How this works is um, I have two solar panels sending 20 each to a root combiner. You could do it with just one, using only 20 total power, but um, the more power you have in the system, the more power you're sending into the battery with whatever's left over. Obviously, you can't use more than how much does the battery give off? 20. You can't put in more than 20 at a time. So stacking solar panels is not necessarily gonna be better than I think two is as many as you need to have maximum leftover. See here, it's putting in 22, and it can really only accept 20, so it's just two leftover that aren't being used, I believe. So what's happening is this root combiner is coming up into a branch. The branch is sending a small signal of 2 um, off onto the blocker. The rest of the power is coming up into this branch, which is sending the main power down to the battery. Um, this branch during the day is always activated and makes sure the blocker is activated, which prevents signal battery power from going into the rest of the system over here. You're going to take the branch over here. When you're trying to build this system, I would max out this branch as much as possible so you can make sure the system is working. And then when you're done, you can slowly test how low you can make this branch so that your battery is receiving all the extra power. So these branches directly from solar panel are sending power from the branch here into this OR switch. The OR switch is only receiving solar power right now. When this turns off and the blocker's deactivated, it will start sending power through the blocker and through the OR switch also. The power is being sent to a series of branches. The first branch is sending 2 power down to a sensor. Um, that sensor will end up sending a signal to the set button on this memory cell, allowing power to go through. The main power is going up into the second branch, and two power going down to the switch here, which when you activate it will reset the memory cell, um, basically preventing power from going through and turning off the door controller. The third branch is not necessary in this case. You can technically just connect it directly to the power in right here, but I use it just in case I want to add something else, a timer or something else. But essentially in this setup, you really only need 2 branches. The power goes directly to the power in here, and then the power out I send to a branch, so you send it out to more than one controller. I assume you could use a splitter. I just like using branches in order to control exactly how much power I am sending to each thing. Um, yeah. So summarize. A little bit of power goes to the sensor. Sensor sends back power to the set. Then a little bit of this power goes to the switch. You can turn the switch on and off to reset. And when it is set, the power goes through. When it's reset, the power does not go through, and the power is going through these series of branches and into your door controller. That's about it.